car again because guess where I've been? Had to take my daddy back to the doctor today. Today's Wednesday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, he had to go last Monday when I took him to the doctor. I thought it was to see the doctor that actually did the heart surgery, but I was wrong. That was his regular cardiologist. Today was the actual appointment to the doctor that actually did his surgery. And my daddy is doing great. He's 4 weeks in tomorrow. Will be 4 weeks that he actually had his surgery. And he's got about another 4 weeks to go before he can kind of resume his normal activities, such as, you know, driving and just, he's itching to drive. That was one of his main questions. Can he drive? And he was like, no, you got about another 4 weeks. You're healing, but you're not healed. So, I did not take Granny to the doctor yesterday. My aunt took her. And Granny's arm is completely healed. Thank you, Jesus. And she is down to just kind of a little ace bandage. Just, I guess, kind of weaning her off of a brace. So, y'all know what that means. Yep, cooking videos. Hopefully we'll resume with Granny. I'm so excited to get to film with her some more. I think she's actually ready too. She probably won't ever admit that, but I think she is. So, I was going to do this little car ride because I wanted to update y'all on that. And, y'all pardon the hat, but it is blingy. Y'all, we had some horrible weather last night. And when I left my house this morning, I had to leave really early because we had to be in Mobile at his appointment at 8:45. So I had to leave my house. I left my house about 6:15 to pick him up because I didn't know exactly where we were going. And y'all, it was storming so bad. So that's another reason I left kind of early, because the weather was just horrible. So I was like, what is the point? What is the point? You know what I'm saying? And speaking of, let me just tell y'all my crisis. So it's time for my hair to be done. And I text my girl who's done my hair for years now. And I'm like, I need to get an appointment. The way I did it was I will text her like a couple of weeks before I actually need it. So that'll give her time to find me a spot and this and that. Well, y'all, I got the most devastating news from her. She's not doing hair anymore. I'm like, oh no, what am I going to do? Because I'm the type of person, when I find somebody that I like the way they do my hair, then I don't like to change. I'm not a chair hopper. I don't like to do that. When I find that person, I like to form a relationship with them, and I like to stick with them. And that's not to say I haven't cheated on her a couple of times, but I have really sought her forgiveness and, you know, vowed to never do it again, and I didn't. But I understand she started a new business, and I wish her nothing but the best, and she's wonderful, and I love her to bits and pieces, and she's still a very good friend of mine. But that created a dilemma. It's like, what am I going to do? I got to get my hair done. So, what do? First of all, I had a little panic attack, and I found this out Sunday night, and I just, poor James. I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? So I went to bed just not knowing what I'm going to do. And all you ladies that get your hair done, y'all are going to understand my dilemma. You men, if there's any men out there watching this, y'all are going to be rolling your eyes, but it's a big deal, okay? So, I got it Monday. Well, Sunday night, I put it in my phone. I put me a reminder. This is how serious I was about my hair. I put me a reminder in my phone. Text Emily and get name of her hair person. Because Emily is my very good friend who I used to work with. I worked with her for several years. She and I basically have the same kind of hair. We pretty much have the same style. At one time, she said that hers is growing out now. But we're you know, we feel the same about color, and you know, we're very much alike in that area as well as others, but I knew she would know. So she told me the name of her girl and everything, and which it works out good. She's in Ocean Springs where I live. I was like, okay. So that was Monday. So I tried calling her. I looked the number up on the website, and it said they were open on Monday. So I called Monday, no answer. I left a message. They didn't call me back. So Tuesday morning I got up and I called again. And I called, and the girl that I actually wanted to make the appointment with, who was the owner, answered the phone. I was like, hi, I said, I need to make a new client appointment with you for a cut and color. And y'all, she said the words you never want to hear. I'm not accepting new clients. I was like, oh no. I said, you come so highly recommended. She said, but I have another girl in my shop that I could put you in with. And I asked the most stupid question. And I know this because this is a stupid question, because I've had this asked to me on the other line, on the other end, you know, when I would be the one answering it for the salon. I said, y'all, I couldn't believe it when it come out my mouth, but I'm going to tell you what I said. I said, is she good with cut and color? Now, let me tell you why that's a stupid question. First of all, this is the owner of the salon. Is she really, if she's that good with hair, is she really going to have somebody in her salon that's not? No. And if she is bad with hair, is she going to tell you on the phone? Probably not. Anyway, she's like, yeah, come to find out, the girl that I wanted to make the appointment with, she's leaving in 3 weeks to go have surgery, carpal tunnel surgery. So she's basically, she said, I'll be here, and I'm kind of overseeing her and telling her and showing her how I would do with my clients. She said, because when I go out for my surgery, I'm wanting her to take care of my clients. Well, that made me feel better, because she obviously trusts this person to hand her clients over to her, you know. So I was like, so anyway, me and her talked, and I really like this girl, and I had a good feeling about it, so I scheduled an appointment. So I go next Tuesday to have my hair done. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm a little bit excited too, so it'll be okay. My main thing is the cut. Like, color can be fixed, but a cut, not always. But anyway, so that's one of the dilemmas, and I'm hoping that works out, so I'll keep y'all posted on that. Well, today it's Wednesday, like I said, and my video went up on how I do my makeup for my mature skin. No, wait, was I telling y'all why I had a hat on? Yeah, I told y'all because of the bad weather, and then I went into the hair story. Whew. Okay, calm it down, Donna. Calm it down. Pull it together. You're all over the place. Get it together. Okay. So I've covered the hat, but it's got bling. And I covered my hair story. And I told y'all about the weather. I told y'all about my daddy. Okay, today was my makeup video on how I do my makeup for my mature skin. And thank y'all so much for loving that video and for all the comments. I really do appreciate it. My channel's not really a makeup channel, but I understand that I had so many people ask me to do a makeup video. I had some new friends come over and, you know, join our little family, and I don't think they knew about my other makeup videos. And then I got to thinking, but those, I really kind of do things a little bit different than I did in those, because I am aging, my skin is changing, and, you know, so I've kind of had to tweak and change the way I do some things, and some things stay the same. But I'm getting a lot of questions about what eyelashes I use, and I use the Ardell Wispy eyelashes. They're in the black box with the turquoise writing, turquoise, like it's kind of like a turquoise square around it with the writing. The word wispy is in turquoise, and they have the invisible band. I make sure, I make sure that I get the invisible band, because I don't like it to look like they make invisible bands and then they make it with a black band, and I don't like the way the black band looks on my eye. So I always make sure I get the invisible band, because I have gotten the other kind before and been in a bind and had to use them, and I totally hate the way they look on my eye. So I will do a video for y'all on how I do my eyelashes, but please understand, I am not an expert at eyelashes. It's taken me years to figure out how to do them, and some days they go on perfectly and some days it's just a mess, you know. But I will tell you, the more you do it, the easier it gets, and you learn what works for you. But if that's something y'all really want me to show y'all, I will show y'all how I do my eyelashes, how I put them on. So that's been the number one question from this video, was what kind of eyelash. And I did list all that in the description box below, and I'm pretty sure that I put the eyelashes in there, because I did also, another thing you can do if you have questions about the eyelashes, you can go look at my Amazon store. I did put them in my storefront, and I'm not saying you have to order them from my storefront, but it'll show you what they look like, if nothing else, you know. So that's an idea for you too. But I have learned, like, just from doing it and wearing them, what glue is my favorite, the way how to put the glue on, all that. So I will, if that's something y'all are really interested in and really want, I will do that. I mean, I guess technically it's a DIY, right? I mean, this is a makeover right here. Y'all seen the beginning and the end. So anyway, I have some fun videos coming up for y'all. I've been working really hard on them. I've got several I've got to get edited so I can get them uploaded. Next week will be a fun video for y'all. It's already scheduled and uploaded, and it's got James in it for all y'all that miss James. He's in it, so y'all show me some love for what I had to put up with. Also, I wanted to update y'all on Buster, because I've had several people asking me about Buster, and I'm sorry, I totally just left y'all hanging out there. For those of you who wanted to know, I do apologize for that, but I did take him to the vet. I had him scheduled to go to the vet because he needed his nails done, and he also had this little spot that was on his right eye, on his eyelid. Y'all, let me just tell you what happened with that. It's the craziest thing. So his appointment was, what was it, Thursday? Last Thursday? I think it was. Yeah. So his appointment was last Thursday at 7:30. So that Wednesday afternoon, I got to looking at him, and I'm like, the spot was completely gone. But by the time I noticed that it was gone, it was, I mean, I could have canceled the appointment, but I don't like to cancel last minute like that. And he needed his nails done anyway. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to go anyway. I've already got the appointment. He needs his nails done anyway. I'm just going to go, and I will just talk to the vet about it and, explain it the best I can, and just, get his input on it. So that's what I did. And I told him, I was like, I am so sorry. I really don't mean to waste your time. And I explained the whole situation, how it just totally disappeared. And he had that bump, I know, for 3 weeks or more. I know. And I was just, anyway, based on what I told him, and of course this is him not seeing it, but just on my description of the size and the color and where it was at, it was just like the oil glands or the tear glands just got stopped up. He said it's very common. He said in dogs, as long as he was not in any discomfort, it probably either whatever was clogging it up dislodged, or it got, it popped or whatever. He said, and it most likely can happen again, and don't be alarmed. He said the only thing you have to watch is if he's got pain, and we just have to make sure it doesn't sponsor and rub his eyeball. But he had looked in his eye and everything. He said he looks great, everything's fine. So that made me feel good. And so yeah, it just totally went away. I was just like, really? Maybe that's all I should have done, was just have an appointment made and it just go away. Anyway, so that was the whole deal with Buster. He's doing great. He's actually over here sleeping. I took him to my mom. She is still not well. In fact, I got to go back tomorrow, Thursday, and take her to a doctor's appointment in Mobile because she is not been well at all. And for her not to go with my daddy to his heart doctor appointments, she's not well. So I'm going back tomorrow to take her to the doctor. And you know, I said, I am so thankful that I am in the position that I'm able to do this, because I was telling my daddy this on the way home. I was like, I'm just so glad that I'm able, because if I had like a regular job, there's no way I would be able to do this. I said, and you know, I've questioned the Lord, like, why hasn't something, you know, popped up? Why haven't I been able to get a job? I said, but this just proves he knows more than us, and he knows better than us, because he looked ahead in time and saw all of this, and he knew this is where I was going to be needed, and I'm able to take them and take care of them and be there for them. And for that, I am so grateful and appreciative. And I just thank him, because, you know, he's allowed me this, but he's also taking care of me. You know, even though I don't have a job, he is providing and taking care and meeting the needs. And I'm just so eternally grateful for that. Just so grateful. And you know, you just have to trust the process. Sometimes it makes no sense whatsoever, and I worry myself to death sometimes, and then, you know, I have like, okay, I get it. So anyway, so that's that. But trying to think, is there anything else that I was going to fill y'all in on? I would really appreciate the prayers for my mom. She has just really been sick lately, and we're going to go to the doctor and hopefully, you know, find out what's going on and all of that. So it's another busy week. Oh, let me just tell y'all. Oh my gosh. It's never dull. So I didn't know I was going to have to do this today until Monday evening. My mom told me, or she asked me if I would take, you know, my dad. And I was like, of course, you know. And then she had asked me, I told her, I said, you know, I'll take you Thursday, when I found out she had an appointment. And all of this, I found all this out on Monday, which was a horrible day at my house. So I don't know what kind of, where I live, I don't know what kind of sewer system they have, but for 3 weekends in a row, our toilets won't flush. Like, and it'll just, all of a sudden, it'll just happen, like, you'll flush it and it just won't flush. So we call the water people out, and they come out the first Saturday that it happened, and they said, oh, your little pump went out, whatever. They call it a grinder or something. I don't know what it is. So we replaced that, started working. Great. Then the next Sunday, all of a sudden the toilets wouldn't flush. So, no, my bad. Hold on. Sorry about that, I got a phone call. Okay, so He come out that Saturday, changed the pump. That Sunday, it did the same thing again. It went flush. He was like, I just come out there. And we're like, we know. So something had happened that the breaker had tripped. Okay. Did all that. Started working. The next Sunday, we had, the kids were over and toilets went flush. So James goes out there, flips the breaker, toilets start flushing. Okay. Don't know why the breaker tripped. So this past Sunday night, James went to get a shower and he was letting the water run to heat up, and the water started staying in the tub, and he started hearing the toilet gurgle. So he gets out, toilets won't flush. So he goes out there, breaker's fine, but he, flips the breaker, does all that, and nothing happens, still won't work. I'm like, mess. Okay. So he calls them. We don't call him Sunday night, because this is around 9:30, 10 o'clock that this is going on. So he called them first thing Monday morning. They're like, what address? And they're like, oh yeah, we've already been out there. He's like, yeah, I know. Now look, y'all. We have not changed anything in our house. It's just myself and James. We don't flush wipes down the toilet, those baby wipe things or the toilet wipes. We don't flush those down. Nothing has changed in our household, okay? Like, I haven't changed anything in our household. Nothing has changed. So the guy comes out Monday, like, he gets there around 11 or so. Now, I can't run water. I can't flush toilets. I can do nothing. I'm like, can't do anything involving water at the house because of the situation. So I had already planned on getting up Monday and, deep cleaning my house. And I like to get my house clean for the week because I never know what the week's going to hold. Case in point, I'll be gone all week. So he shows up at 11:30ish, I guess. Does something out there, and then he leaves. And I'm like, but it's not fixed. So I walk around there and I can see where he had took something off, but he didn't screw it back down. So I'm like, okay, he's probably coming back. He does. Around 2:30. Like, so he comes to the door and he says, that little pump went out again. We had to replace it again. And I'm like, wow. He's like, he said, we've done everything that we can do. We don't know what's causing this. He's like, but we've already put 3 on there. Lie. You've put 2. Not 3. But okay. He's like, so, we don't know. Well, I don't know either. And that's your job to know, not mine. I wasn't ugly to the guy or anything. And he's just doing his job and doing the best he can do. I get that. If you don't know, you don't know. That's fine. But get somebody out there that does know. So I was like, I don't understand why this is happening. We've changed nothing in our house. We've not even had anybody stay at our house. It's literally just James and myself. And he's like, well, it seems like after all these storms go through, then you have this problem. We haven't had any problems with anything else in the house, everything else is fine. He was like, it just seems to happen after these storms. I said, well, no, it happened last Sunday and it was just a breaker trip, and it was a beautiful day that day. There was no storms. And so now he's telling me that I need to get the power company to come out there and check their substation or whatever. And I was like, I'll call them, but am I wrong in thinking that that's their job to figure out what's going on? It's not necessarily my job to figure out what's going on, because that's what I pay them for, So I don't know. I'm just over it, and you never money for our water and sewer deal, and it's just like, in fact, when we bought that house, we didn't live in it for a couple of months because we were having stuff done to it, and so nobody was there living, and I got the water bill, and I paid somebody to go by and make sure there was no leaks because I could not believe the price of that water bill, you know? So, I'm like, I don't mean to be ugly, but doggone. So, yeah, it's been a crazy, hectic couple of weeks in my life. So, there you go. So now I'm headed home because my daughter is at my house. She's got a dentist appointment, and I'm going to babysit my grandpup, Benson. So I can't wait to see him. I hadn't seen him in probably a couple of weeks. He's getting so big. So that's going to be fun. Him and Buster do not get along. But it's because Benson's such a puppy. Like, he's probably only like 10 or 11 weeks old. So he's like wanting to play, and Buster's like, so Buster don't like him. So I'm hoping when Benson gets a little bit older and it's not so like in your face trying to play, that, you know, they'll like each other. So I'm almost home. I was just going to fill y'all in on what's going on, catch y'all up on Buster. Thank y'all so much for the prayers. They are working. We feel them. And just thank y'all for the love on the video. And definitely update y'all on Buster. I'm sorry I left y'all hanging. I did not mean to do that. I don't like when that happens, and I didn't mean to do that. I'm so sorry. So, with all of that being said, I hope y'all have a fabulous day, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all. Y'all, this is Benson. Benson, pose. Pose. He wants to get down and play. This is Benson the grandpup. What? What? What is it? Are you happy to be at Donna's house? Huh? Are you happy to be at Donna's house? Oh boy. And Benson and Buster. No.